So like I was doing a lot of different things. So I completely understand when you're saying you have to wear all of the hats. Yes, I was wearing all of the hats. It was just me in 8 different businesses.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
How would you like to achieve your first million? And today we have Stephanie join us from United States. So Stephanie, can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you so much for having me. So my name is Stephanie Blake, and I am the founder and CEO of the Blake Collective, which is the parent company of my two sub-companies called the Simple Business School, which is a membership where we help entrepreneurs simplify their businesses so that they can work less than 20 hours a week. And then I also have an all-in-one software tool called the Simple Business Suite, where you guessed it, we help online business owners simplify their software so that they can work less.
Oh, let's gonna touch something that I really like. I really love something that you said there, that you guys have a system or some knowledge there to share with the business owners so they can only work 20 hours. 20 hours, what is it? A week? A month? What
Yep,
is
a
it?
week, 20 hours
Wow,
a week.
that's
Yes, or
brilliant.
less if you want to work less. That's
Yeah,
also
yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah. I'm on it. Yeah, I'm in 100%, right? I remember, and let's gonna touch base this because the thing that you saying is actually truth. I experience it, and a lot of people don't. A lot of entrepreneurs don't believe that this is possible, right? Especially small business owners. You started the business, and now you're wearing all those hats, and you're doing everything: the sales, the marketing, the this, the that, and kind of the entrepreneur get used to do all these gazillion tasks, right? Which is a lot of time consuming. And I remember when I was starting my first business, was a property business. I used to, I remember that when I wake up, my computer was on my lap. And I'm like, wow, I fell asleep with the computer. So I was doing like crazy 12, 14 hours. I'm doing everything and there is nobody else anyway, right? But I remember that as soon as the business grow, we managed to sell over 5 million in this property business. It get to the point that I was not needed in the office anymore. I'm going to the office and the whole company telling me, Harry, go home. We don't need you. I'm like, what? I said, you guys don't need at least paper for the photocopy? No, no, go home and and I say, we don't need you, right? So, and it was amazing, right? The whole thing was running on autopilot. So I align 100% with what you just shared with us, right? And it's amazing. So tell us a little bit more, Stephanie. What process do you have with the small business owner? Because to reduce to 20 hours a week is gonna be make a huge difference. But I know because I've been in this transition to being someone that is doing everything only to take it to 20 hours a week. uh, they will tell you, you don't know what you're talking about. My business is different. This is not possible. They will tell you all this. And so tell us a little bit more. What you tell to these people?
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to start with a little background first because I think it will help to explain this. So at this point, I've been in business for 8.5 years. And prior to that, I was working in corporate. So I was just in a very traditional corporate job before I started my company. Nobody in my family was entrepreneurial. So I just kind of figured it all out on my own. And the first year that I started my business, I had 8 different businesses and I was working easily 80 to 100 hours a week while in my corporate job. So like I was doing a lot of different things. So I completely understand when you're saying you have to wear all of the hats. Yes, I was wearing all of the hats. It was just me in 8 different businesses. But the funny thing about that is that first year in business, I made $53 from 8 different businesses. You know why? Because my attention was just all over the place, right? I was not focusing on the right things that I needed to be doing because I didn't know what I was doing, right?
Nobody does when you
nobody,
start the business. It's like nobody,
right,
it's nobody knows. Yeah.
right, right. Like I
So
didn't
you decide,
have
Stephanie, let's start that a little bit. So you decide that was good
yeah,
idea when you have your corporate job
yeah,
to have 8 different business at the same time.
I did. I thought it was a brilliant idea because here's what I was thinking. Because
Oh, I'm
the
loving. We're
only
gonna have a lot of fun today. Keep going. Yeah. The more
the
I
only
eat, the
thing
more
that
I
I was
like it more.
yeah the only thing I was thinking is I want to get out of this job. I want to get out of this corporate job. So the more businesses I have, the more money I'll make. Right.
Mm.
That's what I was thinking because it made sense. Right. If you have one business that serves this person, those people are going to give me the money. And then this business is going to serve another person and so on and so forth. So that's what I did because I didn't know any better. And it
Absolutely.
got,
And how
yeah,
much you were making?
$53 that whole year. That whole year.
Wow.
Yeah. 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 It was
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. But also, I will say, so at that time, like I said, I was in a very traditional life, right? Like I worked in corporate, and then I stumbled onto this magical online world where anything was possible, right? So I had an e-commerce shop, I did drop shipping, I did virtual assistant work. Like I had all of these different things that I was trying to do because it was just all new and exciting. And I also had undiagnosed ADHD at the time as well. So there was just there was all this potential, and it was just so exciting. And that's where I see a lot of people, they fall into that trap too, especially in the beginning where it's like, it's just so exciting. It's
Wow.
fun. We all have these dreams of creating these really incredible lives for ourselves, right? That's why we start these businesses so that we can have more freedom. And then very quickly, like you noticed, it just snowballs into us working constantly and having less freedom than if we were in a corporate
In
job.
the job, yes, worse than a
Yeah.
job. Yeah. But
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Tiffany, okay, but because I am, but what you just shared with us, right? They were paying you very good money in corporate. So why you want to live your comfortable life? That these companies, they make sure that they pay you good money, that they keep you comfortable, right? So why
Yeah.
you gonna drop all this and start 8 businesses that's gonna make $53? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. So
Well,
after the first year, you say, I'm coming back to my corporate. So what made you keep going? What happened? Why do you want?
yeah.
Why you don't? What happened? Why you want to risk your comfortable life to become an entrepreneur?
Yeah. Great question. And if you would have told me before I started that I would only make $53, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, leave it on 90. We
Right.
all been there. We all been
Yeah.
there. We don't know what we're getting into. It.
Yeah. Yeah. If you would have told me I was working 100 hours a week and I would not see my husband or my friends, I wouldn't have done it either. Right. But
Oh, tell me about it. Yeah.
that's that's the whole entrepreneurial journey for all of us, regardless of the business that we're in. Like
Absolutely.
we choose this life because we want something bigger and better for ourselves and our families.
Absolutely.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.